All right, so here are your weekly announcements for May 4th through 8th. Grades are being updated. Make sure you are checking Illuminate. Still work on capstone. I'm still working on your capstone grades and last week's grades. You'll see those as missing in Illuminate. That does not mean that you haven't submitted it. If you feel like you may not have submitted it, then you should also check Google Classroom. For your capstone, I have added a rubric to each of those to that classwork. So if you go in there, you'll see the rubric. Why don't you check your rubric and your capstone work to see if they are actually the same, and make sure that your grade is going to be, make sure that you're getting all possible points for everything. Remember that we do have weekly Zoom meetings. These are held on Thursday at 1:30. Be sure to join if you have any clarifying questions on heredity or inherited traits. You guys are doing an amazing job keeping up and staying on top of your work for the most part. Some of you guys, I went from maybe 75% of you guys actually doing the work to now 80%. I'll take any little bit at this point. Some grows. Make sure that we aren't doing this on Thursday, that you're doing, or Friday. Make sure that you're starting your work earlier. That is one thing that I am noticing, which means that the quality of work isn't very good. Remember, technology can always break down. Remember that it's not always reliable. So always keep those things in mind, okay? So let's talk about what you guys are going to be doing this week in class. So we've been talking about variation of traits and natural selection versus selective breeding. Now I kind of want to talk about heredity. So we're hitting TEAC 714 A and C. The objective is students will be able to recognize that inherited traits of individuals are governed in the genetic material found in the genes within chromosomes in the nucleus. So we're going back to organelles, and we're going to talk about the nucleus and DNA and all of those good things and inherited traits, why you may look like your mama versus your father or vice versa, whatever the case may be. So we're going to talk about it. You're going to have fun. This is going to be really interesting. I'm going to try to make it as interesting as possible. All right. Bye, guys.